The preamble to the Constitution states that the federal government exists to promote the general welfare. This means tackling the hard problems that Americans cannot solve on their own, such as taking care of the poor, the sick, or the aged, and dealing with global issues like climate change, terrorist threats, and poverty in other countries. Government intervention is not inevitable. People can decide that these problems aren't worth solving. If people do want to address these large problems, government action is necessary because public goods such as these are not efficiently provided by the free market. Let's define some vocabulary. Public goods are goods or services that, if supplied to anybody, are necessarily supplied to everybody, and from whose benefit it is impossible or impracticable to exclude anybody. Collective action refers to problems or situations in which the optimal solution is for people to work together for the betterment of society or community. The free rider problem is the tendency for one or more individuals to act in their own best interests and not in the best interest of society as a whole. The paradox of collective action is this. It is easy for two people or even a small group to tackle a common problem without the help of government. But 1,000 people, to say nothing of the more than 320 million people in the United States today, would have a very difficult time. They would suffer from the free rider problem. That is because it is in everyone's own interest to let someone else do the work. The danger is that no one will contribute, even though everyone wants the outcome that collective action contributions would create. Like when you're working on a group project and that one person makes everyone else do all of the work. A government representing more than 320 million people can provide public goods, such as protecting the environment or defending the nation, that all those people acting in their own would be unable to provide, so people elect leaders and pay taxes to provide those public goods. Collective action problems are common in modern society. Education is a great example. You benefit personally from your college education in terms of the knowledge and experience you gain, and perhaps from the higher salary you will earn because of your college degree. However, society also benefits from your education. Your employer will benefit from your knowledge and skills, as will people you interact with. If education were provided solely by the free market, those who could afford schooling would be educated. but the rest would not, leaving a large segment of society with little or no education and therefore unemployable. But what does this have to do with ensuring domestic tranquility and promoting the general welfare? The U.S. government provides a variety of services which can be seen as public goods. These include a variety of public services and agencies ranging from the police and armed services to the Internal Revenue Service, Federal Reserve, Postal Service, Social Security Administration, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the Department of Education, and the Food and Drug Administration. In fact, it is hard to find an aspect of everyday life that does not involve the government in some way, either as a provider of public goods such as national defense or interstate highways and national parks, as a protector of civil liberties, as an enforcer of laws and property rights, or as a regulator of individual or corporate behavior. So in this video, we have discussed the importance of public goods and the government's role in providing them. We have also learned a little about how human behavior leads to the problem of the free rider and the paradox of collective action. The reality of the need for public goods and the paradox of the free rider problem are the source of much of the debate that leads to the wide gap between conservative and liberal perspectives of government.